November 2020 for Leo risings is all about expanding your knowledge, your horizons, thinking outside your day-to-day mind. If you are excited to dive into what the month of November holds in store for you, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. This video is also brought to you by my very own Astrology Academy, which is my foundational astrology course. This course is a comprehensive deep dive into the foundations of Western astrology. This includes history, philosophy, technical concepts, counseling considerations, and a step-by-step guide to reading a chart. I am so proud to finally be releasing this and have this open for enrollment for you all. I've already had several students run through and complete it in the past several weeks, and it's been a real joy to see people go from confused or misinformed into reading charts and going on this path informed and confident. So if you were interested in that, check that out down below. As well, I have free hour-long webinars that get you to start learning astrology if you're dipping your toe in or unsure about what astrology even means. Check out those free webinars down below. Everything is in the description. And if you have not already seen the November collective forecast that will be going out shortly after these, you can check that out and it will be linked down below as soon as it is ready. So if you're seeing this, maybe the November forecast is already out, the video will be down below. I always release it like a day or two after these individual forecasts. So if it's not out and you're here early, check back and check out the entire month of November ahead for the collective. Hi, I'm Maren. I am a professional astrologer, author, and philosophy student. I combine traditional Hellenistic astrological techniques with modern psychological counseling dynamics in order to provide grounded guidance. We start out on the 1st with Uranus in your Taurus 10th house, opposing the Sun in your Scorpio 4th house. This is something like erratic or sudden or rebellious happening in your career that affects your home and family life. Like there might be an expectation of you at home that you are breaking or that you are exceeding with your career choices. So yeah, something erratic or rebellious in your career is like you're more, steady, more observant family members or home environment are like, what? Yeah, that's toning the beginning of the month. As well, the first week through the 1st through the 7th, Mercury will be retrograde in your Libra 3rd house, squaring Saturn in your Capricorn 6th house. You can watch my full video on a Mercury retrograde survival guide down below if you want an ins and outs guide to how to manage a Mercury retrograde, but this is you trying to keep the peace with your communication, with your day-to-day words. You are trying to speak truth and speak politely and hold the peace, and some dynamics around coworkers or your health are like, nah, we're gonna like get you to not be able to hold the peace. Like you're trying to keep cool and you are being tested by your coworkers or your peers or like health problems that are like not letting you keep the peace. On the 6th through the 19th, Jupiter will be conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. This is a year-long aspect. This is nothing new, but this is the crisis, the utmost last straw in the 6th house crisis you've been going through. And the 6th house can relate to either health issues, physical health issues, or coworkers. It is the shit we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So one of those two things is reaching its final straw breaking point for you, and it will not be activated moving forward. On the 9th, Venus in Libra in your 3rd house is opposing Mars in your Aries 9th house. I have a full video on this Mars retrograde and Aries transit if you want more to understand what's happening here, but you're being challenged to rethink your long-term goals, and that is at odds with what you're used to doing on a peaceful day-to-day manner with those around you. That your higher beliefs are like, I need to rethink like my politics, my spirituality, my goals, and that is totally different than what I'm used to putting on for those around me. There's a big reanalysis of performativity and the way that you present your beliefs in a digestible manner to your day-to-day surroundings of peers and friends and family. On the 15th, there's a new moon in your Scorpio 4th house. So you can watch the full video for this new moon down below. This is a new beginning around home and family for you and like the structures that support your life. But this new moon itself is pretty paranoid and slightly intense, pretty intense. So I'd recommend that you watch that video so that you're not starting something based on fears or excitement that is not in alignment with the reality of the very roots of your life with your 4th house of home and family. On the 15th through the 19th, Venus and Libra will be squaring Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn in Capricorn between your 3rd and your 6th houses. This is just another reiteration of you trying to keep the peace with the members and people in your day-to-day life, and yet your coworkers are testing you or your physical issues are testing you, that you are trying to be this Libran communicator of being the mediator and holding ground and speaking from a place of intellectual balance, and yet your surroundings are like, we're going to get you triggered. That's kind of the aspect that's happening in the middle of the month. On the 21st, the sun is entering your Sagittarius 5th house, so by the end of the month into December, it is a bit more fun. The sun is lighting up your 5th house of romance and creativity and children, so moving into the later parts of November into December, you do get a bit more of a light focus here. On the 21st, Venus is also entering your Scorpio 4th house, indicating more harmony and more ease at home, but there's harmony and ease coming through having the difficult discussions, because Venus in Scorpio is harmony through intensity. So it's like you are drawing it all up, you are unlocking the secrets, and everyone can breathe a little, but it's going to take some work. On the 27th, Venus in Scorpio is then opposing Uranus and Taurus, so that harmony that you're going after in terms of home and family is being reactivated by the explosions in your career, that there's some volatility happening in your career, or your family is not happy with the new things that are going on in your career world and the way you're presenting yourself. So like, maybe you're making like an OnlyFans and you're killing it, and your family is like, no, and that's like going on even though you're trying to speak accordingly with your family. So there is that element of breaking free and yet being held back by what you're trying to chase in your family life as well. And we tie up the month on the 30th with a lunar eclipse in your Gemini 11th house. I have a full video on this lunar eclipse down below, but it's a chapter coming to a close over the next 6 months, a destruction that you don't need to worry about because it's going to be taking you along the road with it. In your 11th house of groups and friends, you're probably going to be getting new information over the next few months that makes sense with what might be phased out socially. How are you expecting this November to show up in your life? If you already know about some possible events, tell me in a comment down below. I would be interested to hear. If you did enjoy this and you would like to check out the Astrology Academy or any of my other course offerings, everything will be down below. As well, leave me a comment telling me what you're expecting and what you're excited about this month for you for November. Otherwise, like, subscribe, do all the things. Sending so much love, and I will see you in the next one.